in the Dogma Ritual of the High Magic, there is this one sentence that basically, in the alchemy section, because alchemists, they always wanted to produce gold. Huge goal of humans since they walk the earth. And understanding the origins of alchemy, it goes really back into the ancient times, millennia, even BC. I would say, and the evidence is very strong, that the first origins are in the precious metals forgeries of ancient Egyptians. I would date it somewhere 3 million BC, where the first recipes of forging actually started. And you couldn't write it, like literally nothing was written at that time, really, like literally manuscript or manual. So everything was a little bit like allegoric. I think that's where the physical alchemy starts. So Eliphas Levi, to those who want to make gold, because it seems to be a really typical human desire, states one thing that I want to say here. It's, if you want to make gold, learn to want. That's it. That's the greatest advice that I ever found in any of these mystical and magical texts. It's that simple. Learn to want. Now, how do you learn to want? That's not easy. You go outside of your comfort zone. You start to do things that you are really afraid of. You start to do things that you actually don't like. You go into places that you are scared of. If you start working on your fears, if you start working on yourself, if you start overcoming it, then you discover a huge power of freedom, and this power of freedom will allow you to realize more and more in the world around you what you actually want, because now your will and what you want becomes a power, and the power becomes the possibility to manifest itself. You don't need to see behind it anything like strictly magical. It's just the ability to say, hey, I want to achieve something, and you start working on it. And this is the I want. Learn to want. Learn to not give up. Learn to overcome, because if it's something about yourself, then no one else can do it for you. You just have to do it on yourself. And there will be days where you feel great and you go for it, but there will be days where you feel miserable, and everything will be miserable, and you don't want to do it. But if you want to achieve something, then you cannot get stopped by feeling miserable. So, when it comes to the greatest advice of the ancient text for today's people, learn to want, and you see the miracles that manifest.